What's up, everyone? Welcome back to No Warp Gate to Grandmaster. Our MMR is currently only 70 away from the beginning of GM. Now, so far, we've been doing really well in every matchup. We had a couple hiccups in PvP, but the last game of the show, we figured out a really cool strategy with a 3-gate opener. I am pretty confident. Let's begin. The first game, oh, we got this guy again. This is one of the Protoss players that beat us, 5.6k. Now, his MMR is extremely high. We know that I should be losing this game, but it is going to be nice to see if we can do at least just a little bit better than last time, right? The last time, I think we got owned by Oracles in particular. He did some early aggression, went for Oracles that did too much damage, and then he followed it up by going for a Blink all-in. Well, wasn't as all-in as I make that sound. He definitely was taking bases, but he was doing it without upgrades. So how could I possibly deal with that? Without doing something too drastic, and obviously without having Warp Gate, right? I feel like this is a pretty small map, so maybe I could do some early aggression of my own. I do really want to go for the triple gate opening that I figured out last time. That was really, really nice. If you guys didn't watch it, basic explanation. Normally, you go for a 1-gate expand or a 2-gate expand, pretty much. That's it. Well, you can also all in on one base, of course. But if you're going to expand, you do it on 1 or 2 gates. But because I'm skipping Warp Gate, I kind of thought that I could make 3 gates instead, because my gas is delayed, giving me a little bit more money. So here we go. That is going to be gateway number 3. Opponent is only on 1 gas so far, so I'm going to be try blocking this. I think so far it looks like he's doing the same thing that he did before, which is pretty much just go for a 1-gate expand into a Stargate. That seems to be what this is. So I'm going to make a 3rd gate over here. That's probably going to catch him by surprise a little bit. He's like, did he make that on accident or what? I can't believe he's pylon blocking me. Does he think I can afford a freaking base? 3-gate was in a Cybercore building there, and he's pylon blocking me. I mean, I know Protoss players sometimes have a lot of money, or it feels like it, but I don't think we are. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a Nexus anytime soon. Now, let's see. I have to imagine this is just going to be a Stargate. I haven't seen the second pylon yet, actually. That would be quite nice for me to see. I'll start slowly saturating this. And then as soon as my pylon in his natural of all places finishes, I'll start sending a bunch of things. I do need to make sure to make the double pylon so I don't get, supply blocked after this freaking pylon dies, of course. I think I'm going to make another Stalker. Let's see. I think I can see the Stargate timing. Do I want to stick around for that? I'm not quite sure. Let me get that secondary pylon up. Probably could have started the Stalker before that, to be honest, but I guess it's not going to be that bad. Okay, so we see the Stargate over here. This Adept chasing me would be super nice, by the way. Let's see. I think I'm going to build... Oh, this is actually nice. I'm going to build a pylon over there. That's going to buy me some time. And since he has a Zealot and an Adept, I should be able to just target down this battery, I think. This is a little bit of a crazy play by me for sure. But I guess we'll see if it works out. I'm going to let that pylon finish. Okay, so the battery does finish. He is still on a 1 base, of course. I think I might be able to kill this Stalker. Oh, a little bit of miss micro by him. Let's see. Yes, okay, perfectly. He was actually punished for that, which is really nice. Now, he is... But that's a Void Ray, I believe, right? That looks like a Void Ray to me. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell if you look over quickly. I also don't want to mess up the micro at the same time. Now, what's really nice about this fight is that I'm getting really cheap battery energy out of him, because the Adepts are not really doing a lot of damage to my Stalker. Now he does have his own Stalker out, of course. Let's make sure he doesn't accidentally get a decent hit on that. Wait, did he finish an Oracle and I didn't pay attention? I feel like the Stargate unit is taking too long, to be honest, and the Oracle should have been done already. Now, it is a Void Ray. Okay. Let me just try to get some hits off on that real quick. I just want to waste all of the battery energy. So far, the 3-gate aggression is looking quite strong. I think he's actually out of battery energy here, guys. I don't think he has any battery energy left. Oh, that actually just finished, unfortunately, for me. I need to make sure to drain the battery energy before I dive on the Void Ray. Let's see, he's probably going to activate it now. That's what I expected. I'm going to wait for that to run out. I might have to make another pylon over here. Let's see, you're going to target the Void Ray now. I think I should be able to go for this pretty soon. I need to get the Void Ray before... Okay, now we go. Before the second Void Ray is out, that one's going to die now. And then I'm going to target this one. Oh, actually, the battery healed that just enough. Then I'm going to kill that as well. Run away with this one. And we have done it with the 3-gate aggression against a 5.6k high Grandmaster Protoss, by the way. So I guess we can say that at least this very fast triple gate, it does give you a really crazy amount of units for the early game. I really didn't think we were going to win this one, but we did, and we won it pretty convincing. So at least we have to think about all the details, right? At least if we're going to go up on a small map against a one gate Stargate expand, we know this build is probably very good. That's really nice. And Oracle could have been scary as well. In that case, I would have had to make a battery here, but this is a fantastic start. We probably gained 1 million MMR from that game. Let's keep it going. Game number 2 is going to be against Teardrop. All right, the Terran player that we played against in the Raven Widowmine challenge. This is the player that told us he was a subscriber, so that must mean he is also aware of this challenge. Now, I keep forgetting. I've been wanting to say this for like 5 videos that I've made, but just wanted to let you guys know that since the X2 Gem series are back, that also means the replay packs are back. So if you're a YouTube member or Patreon subscriber, you can get all the replays on the Discord. So just wanted you guys to know that, because I did it for a long time, and then because I was kind of making all these weird, crazy videos, the replay packs kind of ended for a bit. But if you guys are interested in getting all these replays, then they are actually available to the YouTube members and to the patrons. So there is that. Now, what build am I gonna do against this Terran? I feel like we were really good against Terran for a bit, but we kind of got into the PvP struggles, and that's where all my mental energy has been going to, really. Like, I've been trying to figure out how to play PvP, and now we got 2 wins in a row with the same strategy, so that definitely looks like a very potent opener. But now I kind of need to remember how the hell I played against Terran, because, you know, that's pretty easy to forget sometimes. So a relatively early SCV scout there. Maybe I'll go for... Actually, I'm going to go for a 19 Nexus. I'm going to go for a slightly early Nexus, so we can't be blocked. This is a little greedy, but I mean, I guess I'm playing without Warp Gate anyway, so maybe everything I do is a little greedy. Now, what is going to be my follow-up? I feel like I've really enjoyed, in both PvZ and PvT, I've really enjoyed going for the super fast triple Nexus builds, which are admittedly a little weird, but they really have been doing the thing for me, so, or getting the job done. Now, I'm going to make my pylons a little bit better in the main again. I do remember that that was definitely a big focus point, that I spread my pylons a little too much, so it was kind of hard to... wait, could I make a Zealot, actually? So it was kind of hard to place down all my buildings. I feel like this Zealot's either going to be just in time or too late. What I want to do with this Zealot is I want to run around the Reaper, pretty much. That's the entire goal of the Zealots. I want to run around the Reaper and just show up here with 1 Zealot. Like, this is going to pull his Reaper back. At least I hope so. If it is a Reaper, it could obviously also be a Marine or a Reactor. But I have to imagine it's going to be a Reaper. You never know. So far, this is doing a lot of work. There is a Marine out there, but he also does have a Reaper already. So he didn't pull the Reaper back. He was just waiting for the Marine. It's kind of interesting that he went back instead of just killing the Zealot there, to be honest. Because, I mean, it is just a Zealot, right? The Zealot is very slow. Unless you have charge. Should very easily die to a Reaper. Now he sees that I have the Adept as well. I'm not going to finish this Shade, but at least you can scare away the Reaper a little bit. I think the Zealot, I'll just let it do its thing on its own. Oh yeah, now I remember what our main strategy was. It was the 2-gate Stalker without the Blink and without the freaking Robo as well. So we just go for 2 gates, make a bunch of Stalkers, and then we straight up go into Blink. Or into a 3rd base, rather. Now, since his Reaper is on this side of the map, I guess I can shade my Depth Circles. He hasn't made it... Okay, I was going to say, he hasn't made an Orbital yet, which is quite late. Now, let's see what I'm going to find here. Nothing. Not even the Marine, in fact. I lost the Marine there for a second. I'm not quite sure where it was all that time. Now, I'm going to make 1 sentry just for the Hallucination Scout. I feel like that should be quite nice. I don't think my opponent even realized that I was fake producing Warp Gate, by the way. So maybe I shouldn't even have done that. Could have been like a little bit of a waste of money all that time, to be honest. But that's okay. Now, I would expect a Cyclone to come out. And I mostly say that just because he saw the early game units coming to his base. And usually the response is to just go for a Cyclone, because it kind of shuts that down pretty easily. There is a SCV over here. I still haven't seen anything. I feel like I saw a Widowmine burrow, but I think it might have been the smoke from the barracks instead. And let's Chrono Boost these. I'm not going to waste a Force Field on that Reaper. I'll just make sure to kill it with the Stalker more than anything else. Oh, I didn't even realize that was unsaturated. I guess we can go for it now. Let's pull these away. Maybe I can save it. Oh, we actually did save it because of the Sentry. That's quite nice. Maybe I can 1 more. I don't think I'm going to kill it, to be honest. Oh, actually, it's on front. No, we barely couldn't kill it. Okay. So that's a bit unfortunate. But all in all, this was all pretty decent. Now, what is my follow-up going to be from here? Dude, for a second I thought I was going to be stuck. I was so scared. I guess we can just chrono boost these Stalkers. Maybe we should go for a couple of extra gateways. I guess with this amount of economy, you really just have to worry about, you know, surviving whatever Terran is going to throw at you and not much else. Sadly for me, I don't really know what that is. I'm going to have an extra Stalker at my disposal, which is nice. This, a reactor on that? Huh. Wait, why is there a reactor on the factory already? Is it me or is that kind of crazy? Okay. It looks like he didn't really do anything in particular. Like, it was just, you know, you went for one Widow Mine drop or maybe two. Probably not three. I would say it's probably one or two, and that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna lose this. Oh, actually, I did manage to save it. Gonna get a little bit of damage on that medevac for it, though. I can confirm you guys as a Terran player that he is going to be slightly upset by how many probes I already had. Like, think about this, right? His Widow Mine drop arrives, and he sees I have a fully saturated third base. Or not fully saturated, but close enough, right? I can't imagine he was going to be happy with that. Now, what my plan is going to be here, I think this is a cool idea, is I'm going to skip the forge and just go for 10 gates straight away. I'm going to make one more hallucination. I don't have anything to scout with at all, so I just need to hope that my reactions to all kind of harassment is going to be in time. But this is going to be my strategy for this game. I do want to split up my Stalkers a bit, get one battery over here. I feel like since he saw how greedy I was, he probably should be trying to kill me at some point on 3 bases. He made a turret. I guess, did I do anything suspicious? I guess he probably built that before. Either he built that before he saw the 3rd command center, or he was convinced, or before he saw the 3rd nexus, or he was convinced that I was going to go for the DT strategy that I've been doing against Zergs a couple of times. And there's a couple of units up here. So I think did his boost just finish? I think I just saw his boost finish. Oh, that's painful. I mean, he's not paying attention, but even if he was, this would have been a very painful affair. I guess I'll sacrifice a couple probes for it. I was thinking about using a Zealot, but I think... Oh, well, I guess there we go. Use that Zealot on accident. Happens to the best, I suppose. Now, what do I do now? Because it does seem like he's going to be a little campy. I could theoretically make 2 Robos and make mass Warp Prism, so I can go for kind of like a Doom Drop kind of thing, but... okay, so he kills the battery. Really not afraid of his army because I've been, you know, a little greedy on how many units I was building. Like, I actually have so many units. I could probably blink for this. It is a little greedy. Let me just dodge that first. Okay, there we go. Actually, very nice fight. They're pretty happy with this. Normally, my PvT fights are not that good from the Protoss side because I either go in too hard or I don't know when to go in. But here, I feel like I had just the right amount of commitment, so that's nice. Now, should I go for the triple forge again? I think I should. Because if I don't make something that's like a little crazy, we might end up losing to like a big ghost army later on. So I'm going to go for a triple forge here and see. I'm going to send these units out to attack with. Not necessarily to go for a big, you know, committed attack, but just kind of to see what's happening. If he's like a little greedy, maybe I can kill something for free. Gonna kill one of those medevacs, or I was gonna say at least try, but I actually did get it, so that's nice. Didn't really believe in myself to get that at some point, but we did get it. That's nice. I think I rallied a couple zealots into his army. That is... Oh, actually, it looked like it was more... I think I lost 8 supply there. Was that 4 zealots that I rallied there on accident? That's not great. That's a little bit of a mistake by me, you could say. Let's see. We'll just get 1 Marauder and we blink away. This is kind of the way you want to use these Stalkers. I think even forcing stims is an underrated mechanic of playing against Terran. Because forcing a stim, like I know they have medevacs, but the medevacs are going to be low on energy at some point. So whether you kill medevacs or you force stims, it's always pretty good. And I can just keep doing it over and over, right? Like I'm going to lose 1 Stalker per time maybe, and that really is going to be it. Now I'm going to go for a Templar Archive so I can maybe get Storm at some point. That feels like a good idea. I think we might... Oh, that's a lot of Widow Mines. You guys see how many Widow Mines there are there? I saw like... I don't know, like 6 Widow Mines burrowed. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but that was pretty insane. Let's check it again. How many Widow Mines can we find? Okay, well, he just unburrowed one of them. So that's... Actually, he unburrowed all of them. No, okay, there's still a couple there. There we go. Let's see if I can get this 1 Marauder. Maybe another Widow Mine as well. Do want to be careful. I might be getting surrounded here, right? Like if he split this army, that is always a little bit of a dangerous maneuver Terrans can do. So you want to be careful to not fall into that trap. Let's see if he wants to stim again. Do it. I know you want to. You're a Terran player. I know my Terran players. Terran players, ideally, they want to stim until their army dies. Oh, I don't actually have a recall here. That's a little unfortunate. Gonna have to send a big amount of army back. I'm gonna lose a bunch of probes here. Guess I'll start up Storm at the same time, remake one of the pylons over here. And then I'm gonna send a massive Zealot army to counter. I know this is a little crazy, but I kind of like the idea. Here we go. A massive Zealot army to counter, guys. This is going to be a little bit of a crazy moment here. I could pull the probes to try and fight this as well, to be honest. Oh, that's a big of a mistake by him. He's going to try to target down the Nexus, but I'm going to target all the medevacs instead. And now he's going to lose his base to that. I think we cleaned up the drop as well. These Zealots are never going to be countered. These units are going to be killed because he did lose the medevacs. And now I think he might have underestimated how many freaking Zealots I sent to his base exactly, because it was a lot. You guys probably thought I was crazy, but I know how you can torture terrorists in the best possible way, guys. And one of them is just doing a massive Zealot counterattack, because Zealots, they do not die to reinforcements. So if there's not enough units back at home, which I didn't think there were, you can actually just kill everything by sending 500 Zealots into their base. I'm going to be able to kill this orbital. These Zealots are doing fantastic, and we have done it. All right, okay, so that got a little bit hectic. Maybe a little more hectic than I would have liked to. Whenever you lose a base, even if it's a decent trade, it never feels like you did that good. I didn't save a recall in the main, which could have been a problem if there was a bigger drop than just one medevac. So that's something to keep in mind for the future. Maybe make some more static defenses, or just make sure you actually always have 50 energy for a recall. But we did get another PvT dub. So far, we're looking very strong. Let's go to the final game. The final game is going to be against the Zerg. All right, one of each matchup. Now, let's see. What are we going to be doing against the Zerg today? Oh, by the way, guys, before I forget, we did actually reach Grandmaster MMR after that first game. When we beat the guy and I said we were going to win probably 1 million MMR, we got 99 MMR from that guy. And yeah, we got Grandmaster MMR. So this challenge actually wins the race, which is pretty cool. We started a Terran, Zerg, and Protoss challenge at the same time. Raven, Widowmindling, Infestor, and no Warp Gate, of course. And no Warp Gate, despite being like the third challenge in the chain, was actually the first one to get Grandmaster MMR. So congrats to us. I guess this one is the strongest, or maybe I'm just the Protoss GOAT. Who knows? You guys get to decide that. But there we go. So I guess now this is going to transform. Usually if we reach Grandmaster, it's going to transform into just getting as high freaking MMR as we possibly can. Like, we've already run into some troubles, but so far it's been relatively smooth, right? Like, it really has been relatively smooth what we have done so far with this challenge. So that is awesome. I wonder if you guys can guess how high MMR we can get before we truly start getting owned too hard, right? I feel like right now, I definitely think it's a challenge with high potential. So maybe I would say we could go up to... we do have to get a little bit better for that. Like, right now, we're not that solid yet and stuff. But we might be able to get like 5.4k. I know that's quite ambitious. I do know, especially with the other challenges already struggling at like 4.2 and 4.5 and stuff. But I actually feel like we could potentially do that. I wonder if you guys are going to agree with me or think I'm crazy, guess lower. I mean, I think I cursed a lot of you guys by getting such high MMR in the Planetary Rush series. Because the Planetary Rush series was so successful. Like, we literally... I'm not sure if it was actually literally, but I think we might have gotten the highest MMR out of any series in Planetary Rush Circuit Master. So I feel like if you guys watch that, you probably think, oh, well, he can get 6k with any freaking challenge. That's definitely not the case. I think Planetary Rush was just surprisingly freaking strong, you know? But yeah, who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if you guys have very high expectations. Now, what am I going to do here? I would love to go for my DT strategy, actually. I feel like my DT strategy would be super nice to play. I'm going to Chrono Boost and Adept across first of all. This is one thing that's nice about the early game PvZ, is that, okay, this guy looks like he's actually just going to imagine it's not a Stalker. I'm not really a fan of this move, because if it is a Stalker, he loses the Overlord and he's incredibly sad. So for him, the mind game is actually not going to work. But normally, if you see there is no... Actually, I'm going to make a Stalker. I'm tired of this Overlord just sitting in my face. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Normally, you have the mind game because they see you're not making Warp Gate. You can see the little thing spin, right? And that means it's a Stargate, like, every time. So the fact that, you know, they see it's not spinning will probably have them think that it is indeed going to be a Stargate every time. Now, let's see. I'm going to shade in here. Didn't really expect to just go in here, to be honest. I see a bunch of Zerglings attacking my Stalker, which is kind of interesting. I guess I'll just right-click a couple of those. Let's make sure I don't lose too many probes to this little Zergling run by. Should be fine. And then I think I'm going to kill the Overlord too. Why did the Overlord come back? He wants to die, or I'm actually not quite sure, but it is going to die, so that's quite nice. This Overlord movement has been very strange, right? It's just like, oh no, I want to go here. No, I want to go here. No, I'm going to there. I always love that animation, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but if you kill something on this map, the carcass of Zerg like flying to the sky or floating to the top, I guess I should say, always looks very funny. Now, we didn't see a third base. I just killed a couple drones with my one adept, and that is about it. I guess I'll make a pylon over here. I think I want to scout with this adept instead. Like, this could be an all-in. The problem here is that I feel like my opponent has scouted all the things I didn't want him to scout. Like, he scouted my Twilight, first of all. Instead of just, you know, chilling with his Overlord after seeing no warp gate. He scouted my Twilight. And then I think he scouted my DT Shrine, but not my third base. So now he's probably just going to play very safe with spores, if I had to guess. Actually, I'm going to finish this. Let's see if I can do a little bit more damage. That is one drone already. That's nice. This one is not in a position to make a spore. That's another... Wait, had this guy not made... Okay, he did make a couple... I was going to say, has he actually not made a freaking single Zergling? He could have just killed that at that, by the way, before it shaded. I guess he wasn't confident enough, but he could have. Now, what I want to do here, guys, is I want to go for a DT Blink strategy. Because it just feels like an awesome idea. Let me cancel that one more time. If he scouts all that, and he's not going to make Spore Crawlers now, I don't even know what to say, to be honest. Like, he's not even attacking me yet. I'm just making DTs from these naked gateways over here. No warp gates or anything. But it didn't even feel like he was going to make a spore. Because I'll make one battery over there. And then... Well, I can't really make anything yet. I guess I'll just wait for now. Let's see. So I got 2 DTs coming in. Does he have a spore? I guess I'm going to see if he has a spore with this one. Okay, he does have a spore. Thank goodness for him. That would have been a freaking disaster. I think I would like to... try to hit the spore while he's distracted. I actually think that's a really nice idea. Wait, no, he actually doesn't have a spore here. Why not, my friend? Oh, no, that is so painful. I can't believe it. Based on what he saw, I actually can't believe it. Even if he didn't see the Dark Shrine, he saw the Twilight and never saw me build anything. He doesn't have units. I don't want to be harsh, guys. You guys know me, but this guy did get it wrong very severely, I think. Like, very, very severely. He really had all the cards. His Overlord movement wasn't the best, but for this specific situation, it really was the best. And then he just didn't do anything with it. And that is a little painful. So I definitely feel a little bad for him. And that's going to put him very far behind. Well, keep in mind, I am still playing freaking DT Blink, right? So I guess that is not the best strategy ever. But I guess we'll see. It is pretty sick. If you look at the timestamp, it is 6 minutes 10. And I have 8 DTs with Blink. And I have more on the way. Like, this actually feels pretty insane. Now, no, I'm just going to make a single forge. I was thinking about going for a double forge, so I could potentially get, like, a bunch of sick upgrades, but I don't think it's really necessary. I think I can just use my DTs to reap chaos, and then... or sow chaos, I should say, and then just expand behind it while he's not paying attention. Let's see. Do want this to stay in there. He's going to lose a lot of Zerglings just to these DTs. Look at this. Oh my god, he's going to lose every single Zergling. No, that is so brutal. Oh, this game. I'm starting to feel a little bad here, guys. Like, these previous games, you know, I won by doing specific tactics and it worked out. But this game, I feel like my opponent is just... He's just not quite in it. I really hope he has an Overseer with this, guys. Okay, he does have an Overseer, thank goodness. But now he's going to see the DT blink. I'm going to be able to blink on top of these queens. They're all going to be surrounded and they are going to die. Guess I can activate battery overcharge with this one. Wait, I think he F2'd the Overseer back. No, guys, he's F2'ing the Overseer back. It's going for Wait, no, I couldn't do blink micro, unfortunately. I think it would be a cool idea for me to snipe the lair. I actually think that's not a crazy idea. Let's go for that. But he F2'd the Overseer, so he's going to lose all of the roaches. This lair's going to die. Oh, actually, really good trend. He hasn't been injecting, so he did have a lot of transfuses. That is nice for him, but the lair dies. I'm getting absolutely owned by Brootlings right now. Let's see if I can get a couple away. Don't think I can, but I can always try. But that is so much freaking damage. Now it's time for us to start building a lot of cannons. I feel like that is the best thing I can do, a lot of cannons. Here's the thing. DTs are still going to be pretty bad at head-on engagements, right? So even though I killed his entire economy pretty much, he is still going to be able to go for a big counterattack. Let me get a battery here. I don't think these cannons here are going to finish, sadly. So this is going to be a slightly more difficult hold than I had planned. Let me just target this down real quick. I'm going to pull the probes here just so we can get a slightly better fight. Looks like he F2'd the Overseer home again, which is... Dude, he keeps doing it, and it's so painful. This is such a good fight for him, but then he doesn't have the Overseer because he F2'd it back. And now I'm going to be able to blink on top of this base and kill that one as well. Maybe I can stop a couple of roaches with my blinks here, too. These TTs are doing so much work. I think he is barely going to be able to clean this up in time. It's actually getting very close here. No, he is going to save that. Well done by him. But now he might not have seen these DTs sneak by, and I'm gonna blink in again and kill that base. And that is actually going to be his last freaking base, guys. He's not gonna have anything left unless he rebuild his main base in the meantime. Let me target that one down real quick. I have the battery overcharge, so I can just activate that. So that base falls now. Guess I'll take another base over here because that's the best thing I can do. He's rebuilding this base now, but that is a little bit too late because my DTs are already here. Blink is not quite ready yet. There we go. Guess I'll just hold position them here for a little bit. Looks like he is going to attack. He doesn't have an Overseer here again. Okay, judging by the movement of those roaches, he didn't click back all the way. Exactly, so the Overseer was coming. I could tell by the movement of these roaches that there was indeed an Overseer there. Guess I'm gonna pull all the probes for this one. Like, he needs to kill me pretty soon. Here's the thing. Maybe I'll get these ones as well. I'll blink in the back. And these DTs should be able to do a lot of damage because they are such glass cannon units. This is a tough fight, guys. This really is a tough fight, and it doesn't look like we're getting out ahead here. So maybe I should start mining again. Hopefully we, you know, cut the most important bulk of that unit mass. I don't really have anything that I can kill the Overseer with, sadly. And despite our opponent having, honestly, like the worst game ever, he might still actually be able to do it, which really shows that we should not be going for Blink Dark Templars. Let me just blink these away so I don't lose them instantly. At least there's one more Dark Templar in the back. I'm going to lose it too. And we are in a very dire situation all of a sudden. But what I can do is start a couple of robos out there. The DTs clearly are not going to get it done anymore. So now I just need to focus on building as much economy as I can. Actually, I can recall these probes. That would be a very cool idea. I wish I could get this DT out, but probably not. Let's see. Oh, we do actually get one DT out, I believe. So that's nice. So now we have this base. Not quite enough cannons here to keep us safe against all the roaches, but it might still be decent enough. So now we are in a very crazy base trade situation, you could say. Our opponent has had the option now to rebuild the drones because he, you know, did take care of all my DTs in the meantime, so I'm not going to be able to kill anything here. And I'm really going to have to do this one with my freaking robos, guys. Otherwise, I don't quite know what I'm going to do. His economy is actually surprisingly decent, I have to say. This could be a really good trap, by the way. He's going to follow these. I'm going to blink on the low ground, and I'm going to be able to kill a lot of drones. That's actually very nice here. Because this is his biggest economy by far, right? Like, this is actually by far his biggest economy because the other drones are mining long distance, and he might not realize. Now, I lost my DT shrine. I'm not quite sure what I can build behind this. He is going to struggle killing these cannons a little bit, mostly because of this battery overcharge. The battery overcharge, oh, it does actually reach that, which is quite nice. But I do still have this entire base over here. The moment that dies, I'm going to evacuate here. Start a couple cannons again. I feel like I really need something to spend my gas on, but I just don't think I'm going to get it. Actually, I really need a prism. With a prism, my army is going to get 10 times stronger instantly. Because the Immortals are going to be super strong with the Prism. Like, super, super strong. So I have 52 workers somehow. Wait, he actually let me mine from this. That's very kind of him, I have to say. That is extremely kind. Now, what I need is just this Prism to pop off for me, basically. I can't believe we're still in this game. Like, kind of, by the way. I guess he never realized that wait, he must have realized I had this base, but I guess he didn't. So I'm going to chrono boost this. Let's take care of the changelings. And now I have the Immortal Prism. He's not going to be happy to see this at all. That is for sure. So he's going to get some free hits. Oh, I need to be careful that I don't... What's the ping I'm playing on? It's 130 ping. So it's not that bad, but I still need to factor it in for when I'm going to fight. Obviously, it could be a little dangerous. Now, do I make more Immortals or also the Prisms with them? I'm not 100% sure about it. Looks like he is going to go for a little bit of an attack here. Let's see. I do have a battery overcharge. No, actually, I don't have the battery overcharge. Let's keep that in mind. I'm not going to have that. Okay, let's make sure I just drop... These Immortals are going to do so freaking well. Like, really well. I just need to make sure that I micro them well enough. Looks like he's going too deep, guys. This is not a great engagement for him here. He's going way too deep. I just need to make sure that I keep microing these Immortals. But these Immortals are getting so much freaking damage done because he's just going too deep here. And he's losing a lot of freaking units. And keep in mind, guys, I still have another base. I don't think he realizes, but I have a completely fully mining base here. Now, I think at this point I can go for a little bit of a counterattack. This base is... I really can't believe that base is actually mine. Why am I still trying? Oof. Okay, we're being challenged. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see about this one, Mr. Zerg. Now I have been activated. Let's see if I can kill this. Okay, I think... Okay, this is actually going to be smart by me. Or smart for me to do, I should say. He is gonna go... Oh, he went... That's so nice. I'm so happy he made Hydras. I was going to say this is going to be Mutas for sure. But if it's Hydras... Okay, maybe I was gonna make Stargates. That's what I wanted to say earlier because he's gonna go for Mutas, right? But oh, I can kill this. But if it's going to be a Hydras, then maybe I can just be spamming Immortals like crazy. Okay, here we go. You cannot tell me why are you still trying. Then I'm just, you know, I'm on Ultra Instinct now. That was his biggest mistake of the game so far. I know he's made a lot of them, but that is the biggest mistake of the game so far by him. Let's see, I'm gonna try to kill this base. This base is actually going to fall to these Immortals because Immortals do a lot of damage. Looks like he is... should I recall this? I guess I probably should, right? I'm going to recall this. And these, I'll just fly them back. Oh, that is a little bit of a mistake by me. Need to be careful here. I can't really tell what's going on for the most part. Like, it's quite tough here. He is not taking a good fight there, I have to say. This is really not the best fight for me. He's still busy BMing me at the same time. I'm gonna micro my heart out against these Roach Hydra, and he is going to lose all these Hydras, I think. Like, it is really not an easy fight at all for me, that is for sure. Let's see, I need to micro these out of the way. Here we go, and we have killed his entire freaking army just like that. And let me do a smiley face there. He is probably absolutely flabbergasted I was able to make something happen here. Good micro. Ty. I'm not sure if this guy absolutely hates me or he's starting to, you know, appreciate me a little bit. Oh my goodness, that's so freaking tense. We're going to make a couple more robos here. I guess the battery is going to be extremely helpful. I'm going to make a couple more cannons. Maybe I should go again to see if I can find a fourth base that I can kill. Like, the main part of his army is now gone, which is really nice. I could consider going for robos as well. Let's see. I'm going to keep making a couple Immortals here. I do need to get a lot of probes here, by the way. I guess I have almost a perfect amount. I don't really need the gas, to be honest, but let's see. At some point, he might be going for... the Mutalisk still, and I really have to be careful for that. Okay, so there's a big army going towards the main base. Can't really do anything with these. So these are all gonna die. That I pretty much have to live with now. It is what it is. Now maybe... Oh, please don't die. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's so freaking scary. Let's see. It's a lot of Hydras. Hydras are pretty good against Immortals, to be honest. So... Not quite sure. Like, this entire... He has Ling Hydra now. I'm thinking about making freaking, you know, Colossus, but would that be a good idea? I guess I can... Should I kill this base really fast? I think we kill this base, because the Hydras are too far away, I think. There we go. There we go. Let's kill this base. There we go. He's still offensively GGing me. I don't know when he's going to stop doing that at some point, but like, I guess maybe he will never. Oh, I'm going to get a little supply block here. Oh, I think maybe now he's going to find out that I have this base too. So he's going to find this base. Let's see. I guess I'll just drop the Immortals over here. He's actually going to try and catch me, which is quite surprising, I have to say. Let's see, I have a lot of Immortals coming from the back. I think at least... Oh, I did lose one of the prisms there. He's going to lose every single Hydra here pretty much. Let me make sure that I regroup my stuff. Okay, the fight should always be very nice. He's going to target the prism, I think, so I have to be so careful for that. Like, whenever he kills the prism, yeah, he's actually been targeting the prism. I think I'm going to try... No, that's the wrong base! Oh, no, I made a massive blunder. Oopsie. I think now we have officially lost the game. Unless he doesn't have another base. Let's see, did I have... Oh, I did have energy on another Nexus. I could have recalled to another one, unfortunately. Maybe I really should have gone for that freaking Robo-Bay, huh? Robo-Bay actually could have saved me. Let's see, I'm going to check if he did have a hidden base. I'm so curious now. Let's See, okay, he's gonna try to get on top of these. I'll make sure to A-move my probes with this. He actually really doesn't have a lot of Hydras anymore, guys, and I have a surprising amount of units. I'm gonna hold position the probe, so the links are gonna be very ineffective, and we are gonna survive this battle one more time. I want to make sure my Immortal is not out in the open. God, this is a game of StarCraft, okay? These are the kind of games of StarCraft that we need more of. Maybe without the BM by the opponent, you know, but these are the kind of games that we need more of. Now, I'm making a bunch of prisms. I think I can even make one more. I really hope if he has this base, then we're definitely screwed. If he doesn't, we might actually still have a shot. Let's see. Please let there not be creep. Oh, there is creep. That means that we have officially lost this game, I think. I'm obviously still going to try. I'm not going to leave this game until we are 100%, 5 gajillion% dead. I mean, just basically like what I've been doing so far. Let's see, I have 36 probes. That is really not that good. He doesn't really seem to have a whole lot. I am out of... or I can't recall for a while, though, so that is a little scary. I made another prism, I think, right? Yeah, I did make another prism. Okay, so let's see if I can get something done over here. I just want to right-click the base more than anything else. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna... Oh, that is so lucky! Oh my goodness, he freaking F'd his entire army away just as I was getting in there. That is absolutely awesome. So he is gonna lose that. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna try to go for a counter-attack as well. That's kind of what he's been doing, you know, up until now. Let's see if I can kill a couple of units for free. Need to be so careful with that freaking prism. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's bring that all the way back home. You guys can rally over there. Like, my army is actually quite small, and I don't really have all the prisms necessary to micro my stuff anymore. I think I need at least one battery, but he killed the cybernetics core when I built it back in my main base. I do have a pretty decent, like, kind of like obstacle course, you know? Like, it's not going to be that easy to get through all of my stuff. Now, what sucks is that the Hydras can target the Prism. Like, this is not normally the interaction that you have. You don't usually play mass Immortals against someone making only Hydras, but I guess that is just the situation that we have ended up in for now. Now, let's see. So he didn't have a hidden base. We did just kill his most important base as well. Maybe I can try to get this one now. Like, at some point, he could still decide to make lurkers of all things? Really? Okay, I mean, I dig it, honestly. Like, the Hydras are scarier than the lurkers, I'm not gonna lie. That's quite nice, okay. Like, I literally only have Immortals, you know. My entire army is Immortal, literally. I think we can actually kill him. I think legitimately, I don't want to get overconfident. I think we can actually kill him here, to be honest. Now, I have another observer that's going to be the backup here. You guys have to fight over here. Need to be very careful that my army is actually synced up. And here we go. I need to get one observer closer. Let's see. One observer is going to get closer. It cannot be targeted by the Hydras, because if it does, we are going to be screwed. Like, he's still trying to target the freaking observer, but I'm not going to let him get it. He's going to lose every single lurker, guys. There we go. And now we can go for one more final counterattack, I think. I'm going to rebuild this base instantly. And here, I can't believe he made lurkers. Oh my god, that is such a gangster move. Holy crap. Maybe a double expand is not a crazy idea. Like, one more unit is not really going to do the trick here for me, right? So maybe getting another base could. This is a little risky, of course, but I guess we'll see. Let's see. I have one recall available. I don't know what exactly he's going to have. I just hope it's not freaking mutas. Let's see. He's still making lurkers. Here we go. He does have a decent amount of lurkers, but if I spread these Immortals well enough, they should be able to get the trick done. There we go. So this base is going to die now. Let's see. Here we go. He's going to lose a lot of drones. He's clearly transferring them to the next base, so you can tell that he has it. I just need to make sure to spread these Immortals at all times, so I don't get absolutely obliterated by one, you know, freaking big line of splash damage. So he's going to go forward, but that is a big mistake, because I've already cleaned up the cannon fodder. So now those lurkers should be dying to my Immortal army. He's going to lose more Zerglings over here. There, that goes down as well. Then I'm going to make sure to kill this base. I still have 2 Nexuses building behind this, by the way. So that's obviously a pretty big deal. I'm going to be able to kill this one. Target that one Hydra down as well. A couple Lings, if I can kill them, are always going to be super nice. Let's make sure to target down this base. I have a couple of production facilities building, but also not all of them. Let's see if he probably has this base retaken already. I think did a lurker just burrow behind me? I think it did, right? I'm not 100% sure, but I think one lurker just burrowed behind me. Or was it there all the time? So now he's going to lose this base as well. I do need to make a couple observers at home, so if he counterattacks with the lurkers, I can actually freaking see them. Let's see. Does he have another base over here? I don't think he does, to be honest. No, he doesn't actually. Okay, let me check down here as well. I guess at this point I should try to take this base now. I did make that third base for a reason. Dude, I am so happy he made lurkers. Oh my, like lurkers are, in my opinion, one of the better units that you can make for the late game. But if your opponent literally only has immortals, that is not what you want to be using your resources on, you know? That's actually an hilarious choice by him. And that's going to be quite good for us. Now he's fighting once again with the Lynx without the lurkers. I'm going to kill all of the Zerglings. And the lurkers haven't even been able to attack yet. I'm going to attack from the back here too. This should be a pretty nice sandwich over here. And meanwhile, I actually have 3 bases. He's going to see my surround coming in. Good retreat by him. That is definitely a smart idea. But I already have 3 saturated bases now, guys. Unless he has my freaking main base or something. I think our economy should be too good now. For him to be able to come back here. I also have an army of 6 observers, so he can't snipe them anymore. He's going to see that I have that base too now, and he's going to be very unhappy with it. I'm going to recall a couple of immortals and surround this army. Oh, I really like this play, actually. These Lynx are going to be surrounded. If he has the rest of his army too, those are also going to die. So now he's going to fall back with the Zerglings. But there's the rest of my army. I have another immortal over here, so he's going to lose that immortal too. And now we noticed, okay, he did have this base. So he did have one more base than we realized. I might have to be smart and play around it if the lurkers are already burrowed here. Doesn't seem like they are, though. I don't see any lurkers over here, so I'm going to kill a Hydra. And then I'll kill the base as well. Maybe it's time for me to get a couple more prisms out, but I'm actually having a great time just walking around with a million freaking immortals. And this might have been the craziest freaking game we've played in a long time, guys. Like, this game is actually freaking insane. It looks like another free Hydra to me. I don't even have a single attack upgrade, by the way. Like, I'm literally just making 0/0 immortal. And I've killed pretty much everything this Zerg had the entire game. Then make sure to kill these drones. Maybe at this point he did take another base. GG is going to be called. And we have done it. He told us to get out of the game many times, but I refused. And in the end, we win with 17 immortals against 3 lurkers and 1 Hydra left. And oh my goodness, this was an exhausting game. I'm so happy I didn't give up on so many occasions. Like, even when the recall happened here, it looked like we were so dead. But then kind of what it did was it forced him to attack because he was so confident. Then he took a mediocre fight here, lost a lot of his Zerglings. And this was very close when we actually do it. One of the craziest comebacks you'll see in a long time for sure. And that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this absolute banger episode. If you did, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Adios.